Welcome, beautiful people. Today we are in a transition of 58 Jinki that moves from shadow of stress and shadow of dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction is the main word. From dissatisfaction to vitality, the gift and bliss, this is the city. And what does this Jinki about? It's about how we react on stress, and it's about how we satisfied with ourselves, with life, and how much and how deep we connect with the life. And this Jinki is very magical because it teaches us that the true bliss comes when we come, when we in our center, in a peace and without any reaction on stress. Can you imagine being and living in such a state where you don't react on stress anymore? What is the magic it would be to live in this state of being? And with this Jinki, with this transmission, I would love to say that it's very powerful key. The program partner is 52 Jinki with its shadow of stress, exactly. And this Jinki 52, it's called a mountain. A mountain that is stable, not moving, and within this stability, we can find a peace. We can find a bliss, a CDO 58 Jinki. And normally I'm doing these transmissions offline, but today is a New Year's Eve, and everybody is celebrating already. So I decided to do it online and just record this transmission because I don't want to skip a day, and I want to still keep a track. And normally I do it with a tea ceremony. And so today I will have tea with myself. And Happy New Year. And yes, 58 Jinki. What's a beautiful key to enter the portal of a new year? To check yourself. How do you feel yourself right now? Do you satisfied? Do you feel stress? Do you feel reaction on stress? Do you feel pain? Do you feel that your system is relaxed, or you feel a lot of contraction and tension? This key, with its gift of vitality, in fact, activates in us enormous power that bring all the energy force back to us and help us to really activate this vital energy and even heal the diseases and heal the nervous system. All the beauty of this life force of this Jinki is here in this Jinki. And how we block this life force? To answer this question, we can look in the shadows of 58 Jinki and its program partner 52. So we block our vital power by reacting on stress and going into the frequency on dissatisfaction. And I think everybody can find yourself in this shadow from time to time. And some people, they have a tendency to completely live in this shadow. It becomes their home. And it's very rooted in our society, this frequency of dissatisfaction. Like, I'm not satisfied with myself, I'm not satisfied with life, I don't feel happy, or I feel stressed, I have too much work, I have other things to do. I'm not happy with myself, or I'm not happy in my relationship, or I'm not happy with my life. I'm not happy what I'm doing. And all I feel is the feeling of being not satisfied. And let's just look within yourself, feel yourself right now. Take a moment to take a deep breath. Look within yourself. And ask yourself, do you satisfied right now? Where is this tension, a little or big in your system? Where do you feel not happy? Where do you feel contraction and tension in the system? Do you even forget how to be in peace and relaxation? This shadow is like a disease in a modern society. We so used to live in this stress that we believe that it's normal. You have to rush, you have to go, you have to run, you have to make everything happen. You don't have time to stop. You don't have time to take care of yourself or your loved ones. You don't have time for life. And the thing is, a reminder about the jinkies that it's not a stress itself, it's how we react on it. It's not a shadow itself, it's how we react on it. This is what important. Because it's not my shadow that makes me victim. It's my reaction on this energy and how I perceive it, and then what I do with it. And the interesting fact is that within this shadow, we start a process of evolution. Because we feel that something is not right. We think, okay, what I need to do, what I need to change in my life so I feel happiness, I feel satisfaction. And let's think about this. If it's really possible to happen, that in any time, in any moment, you can really like fix everything, that you would feel absolutely amazing and complete and in absolute happiness. This is what we call enlightenment state of being. Enlightened state of being, but being a human and with all the ideas about life and how things should be, we just going further and further away from the happiness, because the satisfaction is or vitality, let's say the gift. It's not a reaction on stress where we try to fix everything. It's unlocking this vital force, this vital energy within, when we bring our focus from outside within ourselves. But let's first stay a little bit more in a shadow to explore it. And also I can say that while we explore in the shadow, you might find yourself in different energies and frequencies that run through the system that represent the shadow. And it's okay. Just be with it. Just stay with it. Just take a breath. Don't rush. And just let yourself feel it. And I will have a sip of tea while you let yourself feel it. Today, the red color of the root chakra is my favorite, and golden. And so, dissatisfaction. How I can evolve so my life would finally be representation of my dream. This is what the shadow will say. And in fact, it's quite positive impulse, yeah, to change something. How they said, especially in human design, that without this key or without this gate, without this energy, there won't be any progress in life. Like any progress that we want to make, that we want to change something, anything starts with this shadow. Like this shadow kind of trigger us. Okay, I need to go. I need to change. I need to evolve. And not only on a personal level, but also on a collective level, to develop all the technologies, different skills, to change things that not working or not working like 100% correctly, even if it's never 100%. Always the 58 key will always find something to improve. This shadow will always think, okay, but this can be improved in this, and this is still not a perfection. We can do better. But this key is helping us to see that the shadow itself is not a disease. And I saw it so many times working with different clients, people, that when we see the shadow, when we feel into the shadow, we think, okay, this is something wrong, this is something bad, I want to change it, I don't want to have it in my life, and like I need to like change it, this is not good. And this is a problem, not a problem, but let's say this is the wrong approach, because a shadow itself is not bad, it's just a frequency. And it's like a seed. I love this metaphor of like the shadow is a seed. We put the seed in a mud so the seed can grow, and we have then a plant with a flower. The flower is a gift, and then there is a fruit, a seed. And the Richard Rudd even said that the shadow of 58 Jinki is his favorite shadow. He said, if I would say which one of the shadow is my favorite from all of them, I would choose 58, because I find it beautiful to have something that make us as humanity to grow, to start the evolution. Yeah, it's amazing. And without this, probably we would still be in the centuries where we lived in the caves, and we didn't need any improvement then. But the shadow says, okay, go, change, transform. In human design, this key, this gate, is also said as one of the gates of love. And this is love for transformation. This is love to improve. This love will represent itself as improvement. And they said, if you have this key or this gate, you will try to improve everything around you, and especially your partner. And it said, if your partner has this energy, just for you to know that his love is one of the language of love, is trying to improve you, because this is what in their depth, in the roots of this energy. And so what we have this, and it's also the if we see with the chakras, it would be Manipura chakra, the root chakra. It's have like this tension, this adrenaline and cortisol that move us and say, okay, go, do, change, transform, evolve. And what we see that this energy is really very can be very depressive, this shadow, or very aggressive. A reminder that any shadow can be represented in two ways, and it can be repressive or reactive. And if you look in this shadow in a repressive nature, it would be something like unsatisfied depression nature, where I'm so not happy with my life and with everything, how it's going on. And I kind of even give up. And with the reaction of stress, and reminder that the stress is the shadow of 50 aging kids program partner, I react on stress and I kind of freeze and I can fear and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to even want to try. I just like give up. And the reactive nature would be somebody who doing a lot of things, like reactive in anger and in constant rush, and this like very doing person that constantly on the cortisol or adrenaline is doing a lot of things and constantly moving, and I think that it's very maybe even successful, or this his life is amazing, but then it's a lot of stress, and finally the body said this because it's the body can't handle this anymore, and then the immune system goes down, and then kind of the result of this would be the more and more diseases happening, the less and less happiness, and realization that in fact the more you kind of hustle, the more you strive to do a lot of things, the less in fact you're happy, and you're realizing that no matter how much you try to improve everything around you, and maybe including yourself, this also can be a love to improve yourself, to do all the healing, spiritual work, never ending, constant transformation, to make it like a plan for your life. Like I need to heal everything, every wound, every trauma, every shadow. I want to transform, I want to make it, and then you just start, because no matter how much work you did, there is still no satisfaction. And believe me, somebody who have this 58 energy in my chart, and I was so obsessed for healing in my life, and at some point I found, yes, that it's not about trying to heal everything. It's about being happy here and now. It's about healing and integrating, and then creating a life from this new energy, and that the life will always show what needs attention. If something I need to heal right now, it's not that I should try and go to search for it. It's more that the life will show me, and I don't need to rush. I don't need to try to find everything, and then I need to improve. And also I don't need to prove everything in my partners, and I can just love people and love my partner, love my friends. And if they ask, of course I can reflect something, but if not, then it's okay. The love is here, and this is more what's happening in a gift level. But yeah, if we're in a shadow, then we in like this loop and stress, and then we kind of make everybody also around us being also in stress. The thing is that we might not realize, first of all, how this stress, how this energy affects us, how it drains us, our system. And the second thing is that we also don't realize that we draining people around us. When we are in this frequency, we constantly sending this vibration, and we're draining those who are close to us, especially if we in relationship, and if we like live together, spend a lot of time together, or and even like freely with friends that also in this mode, and the energy field will drain kind of everybody's around. And the thing is with this key is to find these poses again, and this space, a place for stillness, and ideally to find the stillness within that you never need to lose. And we'll go a little bit now forward to a CD, then we will get back to shadow. And I would say that in a CD frequency, this example of Ramana Maharishi, the creator of, or let's say better, not the creator, but one who had a spontaneous awakening at 16 years old, and then he went to the city that now we know as Tiruvannamalai. And in fact, I've been last year in this place, and it's absolutely magical place, and a lot of people now from families there, and friends and beautiful people. And this place has really magical effect. It's bringing you so close to God in this bliss phase. And it's interesting what Richard Rudd said, that he kind of checked the Ramana Maharishi chart, and the 58 Jinki was in his life's work. Life's work is the first option. It says us what we came here to do. And so he came to kind of express bliss. And yeah, now there was an ashram there and the mountain Arunachalam. And if you still wasn't there, I really recommend to go. It's one of the most beautiful spiritual places, where the energy there is so high, level of consciousness of this place is so high and beautiful that it kind of helps you to come to this place of not without thoughts, without any ideas, naturally. It's that's what's happened when we're in Bliss. When we're in Bliss, we don't need kind of to worry about all this. We just naturally we come into this bliss state where I'm just here, I'm present, and this is it. And I just remembered right now how a long time ago, maybe 10, 11, 12, I even don't remember right now, but when I started my spiritual path, when I went to my first retreat, it was 10 days yoga retreat plus Vipassana, 3 days Vipassana within this, and we lived in forests near the lake, like in tents, and with different masters and people who were giving different practices. It was beautiful, beautiful place. And within these 10 days, at one point, I came to this space of bliss. And I just found that all the questions that I carried with me to this retreat, what I'm going to do in my life, like what's my mission, what I'm going to do with relationship, this and this and this. These all questions, they stop even they stop being important to me. I came to this stage of bliss where I realized that I'm just this, I'm happy no matter what. And it's not sort of an external, it's internal. And when I get back home, and my mom, she saw me and she was so kind of I couldn't understand what was going on, why I was so happy if I didn't have work, because I quit my job before I went to this retreat. And she's like, why are you so happy when you don't have work and you don't have a lot like money saved, and like what are you going to do for your life? And at that time I met the human design at this retreat, the system, and I said, I'm going to study the human design, and I would be the analytic, I will consult people, and this is how I'm going to make money. And that sounds absolutely crazy for my mom, for my partner at the time, for my friends, and everybody who were around me were like, woohoo. And I made new friends with the people from this retreat, and created new connections, and kind of shifted my life. And years later, I think a year later, maybe, I was consulting already with human design. And I said this because, when I was in Bliss, then my mom, she was like, I'm gonna bring you to like psychotherapy center, because it's not right. It's like it's something wrong. You can't be. Why are you happy? You shouldn't be happy, because nothing good in your like external life or whatever we think should be good. And this is the thing, when we identify ourselves with external happiness or what we think the happiness should be, like relationship, money, work, house, whatever, then we anyway lose, because we identify ourselves and attach to something that's outside of art, and we are saying this is my happiness, and we bring in ourselves to very, very shake, like unstable position, when if something is going to change, or like if we by some reason something will happen with the house or in relationship or with work or with money, we will find ourselves like in depression, destroyed, not happy. And because we decided that this is my happiness, and it's nothing wrong with having all the things. I'm living now in the house of my dream and I'm enjoying it, but I understand that one day, if we don't decide with my partner to buy this house or something, one day it will go, and maybe it will be even something better. And the life is constant transformation. And for somebody who changed within 5 years living in Bali, I changed maybe 36 houses, maybe even more. This is how many times I moved the houses. Then, kind of enjoy, but not attached. I know that things comes and goes. Yeah, the Buddhist teaching that everything is impermanent, everything comes and goes, and everything is unstable, and we can enjoy it while it's here, and we can celebrate when the life taking something out of our hands and move from new place, and there is nothing really we can really lose, because everything we experienced the emotion, that feeling, and it stays with us, and it's something uncomfortable feeling, then you kind of need to transform it to bring the positive energy, or to not to have any then contracts or wrong beliefs, destructive beliefs and ideas, especially like in relationship. If we have some negative feelings or memories about somebody, it's good to go within our own experience, memory, to transform and transmute. So there's nothing truly left, just love. And in fact, this is what happens also in the gift frequency of this gift aging key. This gift, this key teaches us to let go with love, without attachment. And let's celebrate this frequency by this moment of contemplation. Also, I will have another cup of tea. And just feel into your heart. Feel into your beingness. Feel into your presence. Feel the vital force energy within you. And if you had a closed eyes, you can open. And we slowly move into a gift of vitality. And this is very beautiful energy, the vital force, the vital power in our system. And how we activate this gift? We activate it when we stop looking again for external. This surge in us, this like feeling of surge, and that I need to find something that kind of will give me happiness, and finally I will be able to feel peace. This surge we transmute into the inner surge. We take this energy from outside within, then okay, but does it really exist outside? And examples, as I said, with an external thing that give us happiness. And as I said, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't have all this, but it means that we can stay being our center in the heart, in the presence, without attaching ourselves to this. Because when we attach ourselves to something, then we kind of losing ourselves, because we deciding sometimes even that this is something is even important than me, or like my own happiness or my own being, or more powerful than me, that this is something external is more powerful than me. And this is not true, because the power comes within. One moment, I will pull it to you. Yes, and so, as I said, coming to the space of observation and bringing this search within. And then what we find, that something starts to happen on even atomic level, that in the level of atoms within our system, that transforms us, that transform our system, and brings us into their higher state of being, bringing us into their center, into our core, and activates all this vital power that blocked. And it's even said, especially the more, in fact, we go into higher frequency, and even the more we go into CD, that by activating this power, the body starts to heal itself. This is where all the like magical things of healing can happen within this key, within this jinky and this gift and this CD. So let's come back to something I said before, that this gift teaching us to let go with love. And it teaches us that sometimes we need to lose. We're losing something. And we're losing maybe somebody we love. And then we have two ways to approach it. And of course, it's normal when the sadness or even grief is coming. This is also very human to feel this. And these feelings are very welcome at the time. But then what we decide to do with this, how we identify ourselves with these feelings, and like, do we let these feelings kind of drain us and we stuck with them, or we feel them, let this move, and we're not so much anymore like attached. We feel it, and then we let this pain to open even more space of love within us, even more space of stillness and calmness and bliss eventually. And this is a beautiful approach because, you know, so many times we not really connected with their with our core and with heart until we start the awakening path, the spiritual path, and the healing path, yes, too. And this key why it teaches us kind of to lose something with love, because it bringing us to the space where we realize that we never even lose anything or anybody. Everybody we love, anybody we love is within us, within our heart. All the lovers, everybody we love is here, is there. And I could also say from a tantric perspective that if you really, really meet with somebody in a heart, if there were even a moment of true love with another being, then you can never like fully break up. In a way, what do I mean? That this love will always be there. You can finish relationship, yes. You can finish a romantic relationship. You can be friends, or you can even not communicate. It really depends on different other factors, values, life path, and all the things, karmic lesson that maybe they completed, and then you even don't need to talk anymore, or life can bring you together, but in a friendship way later, or you can decide to be friends and transmute their relationship into friendship, because that's what you feel, have some values together and love that you want to experience, but just not like as a couple. There are so many possibilities, but if you truly met somebody in a heart, and there was this meeting that happened with two people in a relationship, then it always will be there. Love will never go. I had these connections in my life where the love is always there, and no matter if I meet this person even like a year or later, like I could sometimes with my ex-partner didn't see, for example, some person for a year, even living in Bali, and then we met spontaneously, and then like boom, the love is here. It even didn't change at all. The love itself is there, and it's the same quality, the same frequency, the same big as it always was. And there's no drama in it. There's no like there's no sadness anymore as I process, for example, when the breakup just happened, or there's no attachment. There's just a feeling that it's beautiful and we can celebrate it and we can even go for lunch, but there's no need to attach yourself to this love. But love is here. It can't really change. It can't go anywhere, because love is our nature. Love is our home. And you can truly never leave your home. And that's what we're realizing. And this awakening journey, we start this journey because we want to find a home that we lost. We feel that there is a need for something, there is a search for something, there is something that I'm missing, I want to find it. And then with the movie kind of go and go and go, we're realizing that, well, in fact, I never left it. We just come to realization that, oh my God, the home was always here. It was always here. And I was always here, and I just forget, and I just kind of went too far on the surface, try to find something when it always was within. And that's exactly this reverse that happens within this key when we realizing that it's not external, the happiness or satisfaction, it starts within ourselves. And then even from this space of satisfaction, you still can improve things outside, because this is the driven force in this key anyway. As I said, it sees any imperfection, anything that kind of needs to be improved. And of course, it can be even in some tendency where, you know, like these people who they need clean everything, like super clean. They can't, if it's any little piece of mess, they would be like mad and they couldn't even be in a place. They need to everything every time be super clean. That this is like a bit of obsession of this shadow. But in a normal way, there's still we see what can be improved. But because it's a collective energy, then the more it opens its higher potential, the more we see that something that I need to improve, in fact, is not it's like it's not even personal. It's more on a collective level. It's like our let's say vision or seeing of what needs to be improved, it's coming more from a, like, let's say personal domestic life to more a collective, to seeing bigger picture, seeing, okay, what we can improve as collective, what we can improve as a human being, because this key and it's also its mission of this key is serving, to activate also the gift. It says you came here to serve life, to serve your dharma, to serve your path, to serve your destiny. You came here to serve and to serve world. And the way of serving of this key is to see what's needed and can be improved, and then find a way how to bring these improvements into the life, and what we can improve in collective level to make this place a better home. Like, for example, all these things about pollution and taking care of ocean. Like, for example, living in Bali, there is so many plastics in the oceans and everything. And I have a friend who his company he's doing their cleaning the ocean, something about cleaning from plastics and recycling the plastic, so we not kind of damage that much. And of course, there's a lot of work to do, but there are a lot of people who are doing these things already, and they're taking care not only on like on a personal level, but they care on a collective level, and they see new solutions, they see what can be done, how to implement all this. So we really can benefit as a human species, and what to do. So there are the changes that brings a positive effect to everybody, not like to my own, not to me just to be happy. And even sometimes when we are in shadow of this key and we want to transform something or somebody, it's like especially in a relationship, and we think, okay, but we think that we want best for somebody else, and we see the shadow, for example, of the partner, and we're thinking, we're saying even, oh, you need to change this and this, but and we think that this is for his benefit, this is for him to be better. But what we forget is that when we're in the shadow, we think that we would feel better if like he or she will change. And this still for us, when we come into gift and see of this key, let's say more gift, because CD in fact it's so transparent that it's beyond, I would say CD is even beyond any trying to change anything anymore. Of course, there's a way to integrate the CD into human existence. I will share a bit later about this, but more on a gift level and the higher levels of gift level. And just a reminder that the gift is not just one level, it's kind of the levels of how this energy activating, and the more we come into high level, the more we come into CD. But all the improvement is like that's happening in a gift, because a gift is a heart, and it's like expansion, and this what I can give to the world. If in a shadow we need to something from outside because we feel separated and small, and then we need to take from life or from others, then in a gift level we're here to give. We don't need so much anymore. We can give and we can share, and we can give from the space of happiness. And as I said, in a collective level, and it's what I want to improve, is not only from my personal benefit, it's also, of course, our personal benefit with clean oceans and systems that reduce wasteland and that can recycle the plastics and everything, our personal benefit, but not only me, the whole collective will be benefit. And the 58 gene key is a collective key, and this is important to know when we're working with this frequency. And while we're all in the transition of this key right now, I would like you to ask yourself a question. What kind of service I can offer for collective, for the benefit of collective? And you can feel the answer right now, or you may take some time to observe it. Maybe the answer will come tomorrow or the other day. Maybe it will come in your meditation or your walk or your driving scooter or whatever you do in car, driving car, having breakfast, or celebrating the New Year. And just feel into the frequency of what service I can offer for the benefit of collective. And this service, it doesn't need to be, hard or take your life force away, like take all your time and energy away. When we really truly serving from our heart, we let's say benefiting from this in a way that we're giving, and then we also upgrading our frequency. That's why I love my work so much. Every time I'm giving transmission, I end this transmission. I'm ending this transmission in higher frequency when I started. I mean, of course, it's normal because when we start anyway, it's first coming into shadow, alchemizing the shadow, then bringing gift and CD. But it's every time, even with my individual sessions, every time after session, I feel more energized, happier, healthier. Even physically, I can feel better if I didn't feel super good in the beginning. And this is just beautiful way to also to see that when we truly serve, I'm not doing it when I'm giving session and transmission. I'm not doing it from my own energy. I'm a vessel from source, from divine, from God, from this transmission to come through me, and I'm giving it to you. And while I'm giving this high frequency energy, it transmutes me too. And this is just the way I love it, and it's beneficial. I'm benefiting from it, and others benefited from it, and I've even received money on when I'm doing individual sessions. That's a beautiful life. And this is ideally how our service should be, and it doesn't need to always to be a work with people. I mean, like consultations or healing in a different ways and forms. I have a friend who is he's a broker. He helps clients to find apartments or houses or villas for themselves or for investment, but he's working with high quality people. And his way of service is to connect the person with the right for this person house or apartment, whatever. And not only to make somebody buy something, but he's a bridge, and the bridge within somebody who has high frequency energy and like high quality energy, and what this person needs, and between these places that can meet the needs. And he's using a lot of also different spiritual practices, energy practices to do this work, and being the bridge to connect this. And that's a beautiful way also, not only, for him to work or to have money, but also meet new people, make new connections and everything. That's the service in any way and forms, when it's truly from heart, it's leaving everybody who involved happier after this. And this when you can know that it's truly service. And this is because it activates the vitality, the vital force energy. It activates us. It activates it and move it, and it makes us so happy. And I even started this transmission feeling a bit, of course, the shadow of dissatisfaction and everything. But now I feel just so happy and alive and blissful. And so let's come to a city of bliss, and let's see what this bliss is about. And let's just again take a moment of feeling to the bliss and close our eyes and feel into the bliss, feel into this frequency. Where is it? Where is it in your system? How you experience it? And just stay within this frequency while I will give the transmission also, and come into a bliss. What the bliss is? The bliss is a way to feel and express your true nature. When you feel connected to all and everything, oneness with all existence, feeling the joy of being alive and feeling this frequency of also stillness. Because, like every city is very different. Even if all 64 cities from all 64 keys is a representation of the same energy, but every city is unique. Like it's all 64 names of God or qualities of God, but the way how it expresses itself is unique. And thus the city of 30 gene key of rapture is the same as a city of bliss, or the city of 46 gene key ecstasy is the same as a bliss. Because when we think about this rapture, bliss, ecstasy, we might think that it's something familiar qualities, but then what's the difference? And we can find that the city and the shadow is connected in a way that there is a seed of a city in a shadow. Like, for example, the desire, the shadow of 30 Jinki, moves us to rapture. Their seriousness, shadow of 46 Jinki, moves us to ecstasy. And the dissatisfaction, the seriousness is the shadow of 46 Jinki, moves us to rapture. And the dissatisfaction, the shadow of 58 Jinki, moves us to bliss. And we also might found again the connection with 52 and 58. Because the bliss comes from stillness. This energy where There is no movements anymore. There is no more thoughts. There is just a complete stop, like everything stopped. Complete stop. And with this pause, we may experience this bliss as a very subtle energy that showing us that everything is a oneness, and this energy is moving us deeply within ourselves to feel and to find that I feel the bliss as a connection to all the existence when my spiritual heart is activated. And I'm going to share now something that Richard Roth didn't share in the transmission of the Jinkies, but this is about bliss and spiritual heart. And one second. And our spiritual heart is on the right side. And let's say somewhere here, it can be far lower, depends on where you feel, but let's say this area. And there is a Amrita Nadi that goes somewhere here, like this. And when this channel is activated, we can experience the bliss. And first time I experienced this when my spiritual teacher was giving a practice for activating three hearts, like physical heart, energetic heart, and spiritual heart. And within this, I found activation on this Amrita Nadi, and then the bliss, the taste of it. And it's really very beautiful quality that again reminds me of that experience long time ago on this retreat, yoga retreat, where after third day of Vipassana, being in the complete silence, my heart just opened so much. I went into complete present moment. All thoughts stopped, all worries, all needs to do something and go somewhere. I was just resting, complete in stillness, in present moment, where nothing else will exist except this moment and the oneness and the bliss that I've been experiencing. Feeling my heart so open to everything, feeling that the love is not personal at all. Love is just love. It's the energy that unites everything. It's like a glue that kind of holds all this universe together, everything. And it's love. It's in every small piece of existence. It's in me, it's in another person, it's in this cup of tea, in this tree, the palm in front of me, and in these trees, and in this table, this chair, these clothes. All is made from love, and it's not personal. And I remember when there was this was two different realizations that were happening, but when this realization of love happened, I felt, wow, I was so blind to limit love, just like in relationship, for example, just say, okay, love exists only here, this is love. But there was just personal love and attachment. Love is so beyond this, and there was just a fast remembering of the truth and the true nature of my being, of the being itself. I would say it's not even my being, it's a being. As the love isn't my love, it's love, because it's love, it's a frequency, it's emanation of God. It's this bliss that is, it's like why it's even said, Amrita Nadia, when I feel into this, I even feel in my lips, like in tongue, this very sweet taste, something like, it's not even sweet, it's the combination of different flavors, but I couldn't even taste the bliss. And the feeling, when you feel bliss, feel into this, can you taste the bliss? Because it has a taste, at least for me, maybe it's just my personal experience of it. I would love you to share later. Do you taste bliss? Is it tasty for you? But yeah, the bliss is that amazing energy where there's no worries, like the stress gone. Can you imagine even being in this space, being in the field when you're beyond stress, when, I mean, you still do things, doesn't mean you just then lay down all the day on a sofa, but you just don't have any more worries. And that means that nothing outside can really cut you. You always stay in this space in your center where you not letting anything. It's not even this. I wanted to say you not let anything take your power away, but in a city, it's not even possible to think like this because there's nobody who can take your power away. It's just always happening, and you just stay in this bliss and presence and this love and this oneness and this higher frequency. And even saying this, I feel how my heart center is beating stronger, and that there is activation of something happening, and in the chest it's like expansion, because this is what the love is. It expands us. It helps us go beyond limits, beyond limitation, beyond our ideas of even the self. And it's so beautiful and it's so sweet. And it's not even a tea. It's not a taste of tea. I know the tea has a taste, but this is the taste of this bliss. Every time I feel this specific taste that reminds me of divine ambrosia. And in fact, we can even explain this physiologically, because its energy goes up and it activates pineal gland, and I'm not sure exactly, but maybe also hypophysis and different centers, points in our brain that starts to produce special hormones that normally these glands, they not fully active, or maybe not active at all in a human brain. But when basically we do the spiritual work, when we can activate these glands, and then they start to produce a certain hormones, that these hormones, they give us this feeling of bliss or ecstasy, or even bringing us to enlightenment. Is also in the transmission of one of the key 64 gene key for the city of enlightenment. It shows how what's happening, it explains kind of what's happening within our brains when we come in closer and closer to enlightenment. Like this activates certain spheres of our brains that normally they're in a dormant state, kind of sleeping. But then this whole activation happening, that it's not only energetic experience, it's also physical. It's what's happening within our brains, within our system. And also I'm working with one good doctor, kinesiologist, for years, where I'm studying with him how the system works, and that it's all connected, the physical and energy and emotions and all the levels. So yeah, it's activation of special parts of our brain that then produce the hormones. Then even there are some sacred practices where we can activate this Amrita Nadi and then kind of drink it, and then it helps our system to stabilize in their divine state. And with the CD, let's say, of Bliss, what the recommendation that Richard Wright is giving, that we come into this bliss, we feel it, and then there is something outside that kind of triggers us or just take our attention away. We bring our attention to something else, and then we can drop from bliss, or we think that we drop, because in fact the bliss is this frequency, this state that is always here. It's like this, maybe terrible example, but like these curtains. I can change the position, I can go somewhere, but the curtains will be always here. And like the bliss is always here. And the more we learn to stabilize in it and then also act from bliss, as I said, the point is not just then lie down and kind of swim in the bliss and not doing anything. But the point is then to bring this energy into your human existence and to act from this energy in the world. And then just all your actions, they just have a different flavor, and then they affect the environment, people around you differently. The way how you affect environment and people around you, the ones you love, from a shadow and from a city will be complete different outcome. The people will feel you differently, they will respond to you differently. And this what happens when we come into higher and higher states, that we just start really affect everything around us differently. And again, we see then the bliss is not only for ourselves, just to experience it and kind of be happy, but it's also for bringing into the life, acting from this energy, acting, and at the same time, actually from the space of not doing, but doing when it's necessary, when life moves through you and life wants you to give something to bring this energy into their action. And then it's just this bliss that is sweet and beyond any explanation. The more I speak about the city, the less I have words to say, because all that left is just feelings, and it's not even feeling. I can't even say that it's a feeling. It's more an experience. It's more a state, maybe, of being, state of being than a feeling. And I invite us, I will have a sip of tea right now, and after this, I invite us to just close their eyes. Just take a deep breath, breathe in. And feeling into your body, feeling into your system. What do you experience right now? Find this center of stillness within you. The stillness, stability. And you can even feel into the shadow of dissatisfaction. Where is it in your system? How it wants to express itself. Maybe it won't express itself at the now in pity that just came to my room and asking for a food. And feeling into all the aspects and areas in your life when you don't feel satisfied. And let yourself bring the energy back to your center. Come to a point where you don't need to react on stress. And you instead can feel expansion when you bring in the energy and your focus within. Can you feel expansion in your heart and expansion of vitality energy? And can you feel how energy is moving higher and activating the bliss in your system, Amrita Nadi, higher consciousness. You might experience it also as an energy that's coming from the top into your system, from the above into your system. Any ways how the bliss is coming and you experience it, it is welcome. And just feel when you have this bliss, or when you experience this bliss, how your body immediately relaxed, relaxing. And your breath is becoming deeper and longer. And you breathe in deeper through your belly. And you experience the love, the oneness, bliss. Knowing that this is the true nature of reality. You might even feel how The very gentle smile is appearing in on your face without you doing it, but because you're recognizing the true nature. I know the worries, all the stress, everything is letting go now, and you see that this is so unnecessary. This is so many stories you created, attachments, ideas. You can just drop them. Just live in this bliss and be in this bliss. And stay for a couple minutes in silence in this frequency. Let it activate your body, the energy system. And when you feel ready, you can bring your hands into Namaste position in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. Feel the warmth in your hands, in your palms. And bring your palms to your face. And enter this part of the body that you feel needs attention right now. And feeling yourself, you can open your eyes when you feel it's the right moment for you. Take another breath, breathe in, breathe out. Thank you for your presence, attention. If you feel to share about your experience, please do this. I would be really grateful. And if you have any questions, you're also very welcome to ask. And as a reminder, I also have individual sessions. You can come at any moment to visit them, to experience them, let's say, to see what we can do with your personal Jinky chart. And also I have other systems called creator codes, where I help you to come to creator consciousness and also activate the Jinkies. If you're interested, please let me know. I will learn more about this. And thank you for you. If you feel also to share any donation, please, I can give a link to transfer, and also just your gratitude and just your presence is already enough. Your beingness and your bliss. Thank you. And I'll see you in the new year.